Hey, how's it going, everybody? Man, the community crunch just came out, and honestly, there is something here that I want to talk about. Something that I may speculate about. I may go on and talk about a few things that I'm hoping for the direction of Lost Colony. But this post that Wildcard made actually says more than, I think a lot realize, and then also that something that I'm actually kind of happy they did. Because the Ossidon is just been teased and revealed. So, and this is it. You're looking at it right now. So this is the Ossidon. The first look at the Ossidon, and you can tell it is massive. All right, not Titan massive or anything like that. More like I'd say Giga massive. It looks wicked, wicked cool. And apparently, this is a this is a monkey. So a big giant gorilla with some sort of a weird pig face kind of thing. And it does have armor on it, which honestly, here, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's actually start taking a look at a few things on this, because this right here, this is saddle, this is armor that is strapped onto it. This right here on his hand, this is also armor as well. And this right here looks like a almost like a pig style, like a boar style jaw, which, yeah. And then there is a massive dino skull, which is the like a armor kind of helmet, and then there's also additional plates on it as well. Tying it together, either that or this is its face, and then this is its jaw, and then here is the armor going down, which could be either here or there, but honestly, I think the second one is probably it. This is the regular face of it, so it's got more of like a skeletal face, which it kind of makes sense because here, let's zoom that back out a little bit. All right, which kind of makes sense because we are going into Lost Colony. Lost Colony, from everything I've seen when it comes to Lost Colony, is going to be. It's going to be more like vampire kind of thing. It's going to be more of like a, a European type feel with, things like, Dracula and, werewolves and, a lot of the old folk tales like, the will-o-wisps and such like that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything on will-o-wisps. But there's a lot of myths and legends and stuff that they can pull from, and then also really take that and distort that into Lost Colony, which I love the idea of that. The whole premise of that, to me, actually seems very, very cool. All right, so let's get down here a few more things on this, and let's talk about this. Let me scroll out so you can actually see this. Okay, there we go. Welcome to another edition of Creator Crunch. As the shadows grow longer this spooky season, we're excited to reveal another Lost Colony creature lurking in the wilds. The team is hard at work, polishing every detail of Lost Colony to deliver the adventure you've been waiting for, and next week we'll be unearthing Fear Ascended news that's sure to send shivers down your spine. I'm really looking forward to Fear Ascended. Honestly, if they can tie Fear Ascended into sort of a Lost Colony, like hype, I think that would be wicked, wicked cool. All right, so let's get down here again. This is the same picture. So first look at the Ossidon. All right, something colossal stirs in the wastes of Eret Prime. A brutal echo of nature reshaped by red element. Okay, so this right here is apparently in Lost Colony it's going to be red element is the mutator. It's not just regular element. Right now, I guess regular element would be what? Blue element? Is that? I do believe so. And so red element would be the corrupted version, because, of course, if you're going to corrupt something, turn it red. That's kind of the thing. So, yeah, all right. So, behold the Ossidon. A monstrous primate. So that's why I think it's a, some sort of a gorilla / something, all right, because they say it's primate, that has turned frozen alchemy into power and adapted to survive where even titans falter. Now, this is one of the things I've noticed a lot of people were getting tied up on, because they mentioned titans. This thing is not super huge. It is big. It's giga big, but it's not titan big. Even though they do mention titans, it's just... this has more of a constitution than a titan is what they're saying. It's not, a titan. All right, where even the reseed protocol cannot reach. So there's a lot of things here that, yeah, so apparently after we beat extinction, not all of the Earth gets reseeded. So, yeah. Honestly, yeah, I mean, the more I read on this, the more I'm looking forward to it. Once dismissed as a mutation gone wrong, this towering beast has become a living symbol of raw endurance and elemental might. Its dense fur shifts with the cold, its crest of bone and ice marking it as a creature forged in the harshest crucible imagined. Okay, so, or imaginable. So, this thing right here, all right, the bone is its regular face. I think this right here actually just, by rereading that, it kind of verified that. So it absolutely it does have a bone face, but its dense fur shifts with the cold. That one right there, I'm not sure what they mean by that. Does it like self-mutate as you're writing it? I mean, wait till we get a little bit further on, but there are a few more things that honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to. All right, so here, let me get down here a little bit more. The Ossidon is a force of frost and fury. So this guy is going to be really cold-based or something of the sort, more much like, I want to say Managarm. All right, the Ossidon, okay, ruled not by cunning, but by an overwhelming will to dominate. Yet amid the chaos, a strange bond can form between the beast and rider. So this thing is definitely tameable. Definitely will also mean it's wearing a saddle. So a surge of shared affinity that turns survival into symbiosis. Some even whisper that Ossidon's form can shift with its attributes, its power informing the twisted frame which contains it. Now this part right here seems wicked cool. All right, so its form can shift with its attributes. So say like if you pump, I mean, I'm thinking that, I mean, there's got to be a literal way, and then there's also got to be a, hey, think outside the box, the way a developer could with, depending on how much time they want to put into the project, and then how much, they want to actually tax the servers kind of thing. So the literal sense means, say, that I'm assuming would mean, say if with the regular stats that Arc creatures have, if you pump a whole bunch of health, this thing gets bigger and, not really stronger. That would be melee damage, but it just gets bigger and has, it grows that way. But if you pump strength, this thing gets more and more ripped. If you were to pump movement speed, its legs would get slightly thinner, but it would also be able to run faster or something. And then say if you pumped weight, then this thing would, its back muscles would get just massive kind of thing. So, honestly, I'm thinking that might be it. That would be the more literal sense. Now, if they wanted to go with a less like that, but more like, say, man, if you get it, you could, like, add mutations to it and from it that had its own specific pool of mutations that you would be able to say, okay, well, let's work towards this. And, say there was like some sort of certain mutations that adds, like plus 10% melee damage or plus, the ability to heal whenever it hits or something like that. And so you slot that up and then you go out and you grind it by probably killing other creatures or something until, you basically unlock that, which would change the appearance. That would be kind of cool as well. Like I said, I'm just spitballing here. I'm guessing. I'm trying to come up with cool things that I think that could actually be done with this game. So this is all just, me pulling things out of my butt. But the first one makes the most amount of sense. The second one, honestly, I would think that would be wicked cool if they could add it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this guy in action. All right, but we won't have to wait that long, which is a very, very good thing. So, the Ossidon arrives November 18th and will temporarily spawn within cold biomes on Ragnarok, Valguero, and the Center. Okay, so... Oh, until Lost Colony's final drop in December. Sorry, I had to finish the sentence. All right, so, this thing will be dropping on November 18th, but it's not going to be permanent addition to Ragnarok, Valguero, and the Center. This is only going to be a temporary thing, and I think I might understand why are they doing it with something that can actually change shape and shift, and you know, with the new taming mechanic and such like that, they're definitely going to need to be able to test this on a in a server environment. So I can understand exactly why they're doing it. Now, I have seen some comments about, oh, people, they're just wanting to terrorize us, you know, for the you know, until Lost Colony comes out. Honestly, I don't think that's what's going on. With something so intricate and so in-depth that, like this, they're definitely going to want to test this in a live environment. So, yeah, which is probably what they're doing. I mean, I'm like I said, once again, I don't have any facts on this, but it makes sense. So, if by them putting this on the servers on November 18th, that would give them, I mean, a full month for testing on it to see how it reacts with the servers, the server infrastructure, and then also to fine-tune a few details on its drain on the servers, because things like this, they do have drains on the servers. So yeah, honestly, I think that's a good call. If they are doing it because of that reason, I think it's a good call. Yeah, because things like this, they do need testing. All right, so it is already included in the purchase of the Lost Colony Expansion Pass, which means if you've already pre-ordered the Lost Colony Expansion Pass, you've got access to it. You can tame it on day one. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, I mean, the Lost Colony Expansion Pass, in my opinion, just keeps getting more and more worth it. I mean, it's pretty good. So far, we've got the Drakeling, we've got the Veilwind, we've got the the new bear, all right, the Elder Claw, and then now also we've got the Ossidon. Did I forget another one? Yeah, there's probably a bunch more stuff I'm forgetting, but you know, it's okay, because just with those ones right there, I mean, that's already worth the, you know, the pre-order to me. So yeah, and then if you pre-order on, you know, in December, you get the map as well. By the way, not you know, not a sponsor, not anything like that. I'm just excited for Lost Colony Expansion Pass. For the Lost Colony to come out, because it's going to be a brand new map, and man, it's going to be awesome being able to play with all new toys, and oh man, it's been a minute since we've got a complete brand new wildcard map, so I'm really looking forward to it. All right, but anyway, that's the Ossidon and my thoughts on it. I'm looking forward to it, but yeah, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this thing? I mean, what do you think that they're going to be doing with this thing, and did they just want to get it on the servers, let people experience it before it comes out? Because there's a reason why they're releasing on the 18th, and they're not telling us what the reason is, other than, hey, play with this. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, you know, because if they're saying that, then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play with this. So, yeah. All right. But, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. What are your guys' thoughts? Leave them in the comments down below. I absolutely look forward to reading them. Yeah. If also, you know, the whole YouTubery thing, if you're new around here, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And, you know, I'm really, really looking forward to Lost Colony. As that gets closer, I'm more and more excited for it. Normally, I don't get hyped for a bunch of different things, but I'm starting to get hyped for Lost Colony. I'm really looking forward to it. So, hey, yeah, until next time, this is Phlinger, and take it easy, everybody.